2 weeks ago, I told you I was going to get into the combined retention bonus. Then something more urgent came up. Then something else came up. And I owe you this one. And honestly, the delay made it even better because now I can show you how this connects to everything else that we've built. The bonus addendums from episode 5, the cash floor from episode 4, the accountability structure we almost watched drift away in episode 7. It all connects here. Here's how the combined retention bonus works. We have two people with retention responsibility in the agency. That's Kelly owns the personal lines, Ronnie owns the commercial lines. They each have individual retention targets. If Kelly hits 90% personal lines retention in any given month, she earns $500. If she hits 95% or above, she earns $1,000. Same structure for Ronnie on the commercial line side. 90% hits 500, 95% or above is $1,000 bonus. So those are the individual bonuses. Both are real, both matter. But here's the part that changes the dynamic. If both Kelly and Ronnie hit their 90% threshold in the same calendar month, the individual bonus doubles. So she earns $1,000 each. If both hit 95 or above in the same month, it doubles again, $2,000 each. Nobody wins alone. That is the design. Here's what I have to be honest about. This structure existed before I even wrote it down. It was a verbal understanding. I knew the intent. I believed my team understood the general idea, but there was no document, no specific thresholds, no written definition of what combined meant. If you watch episode 5, you know exactly what that means. A verbal bonus promise is not a bonus system. It's an intention. My team couldn't tell you the exact number that triggered the combined payout. They couldn't verify it against anything. They were working on faith that the combined structure was real. That's not a system. That's a hope. I want to explain why this structure is built the way it is, because the combined element isn't just a bigger payout. Most incentive structures in small agencies are purely individual. You hit your number, you earn your bonus, which is fine, but purely individual incentives create a specific kind of culture. People optimize for their own metrics. That means Kelly is focused on personal lines retention and Ronnie is focused on commercial lines retention, and there's no structural reason for either of them to care what the other is doing. The combined bonus changes that. Now, Kelly's maximum payout depends on what Ronnie does. Ronnie's maximum payout depends on what Kelly does. Their outcomes are structurally linked. That means they talk to each other differently. They pay attention to each other's numbers. If one is struggling, the other has a financial reason to care. You cannot engineer team culture through a mission statement. You can engineer it through incentive structures that make each person's success depend on someone else's. Now, here's the piece that ties the entire rebuild together. Every dollar of every bonus, individual and combined, is sitting in a deferred pool. Nothing pays out until the agency hits a $10,000 cash floor. And if you watched episode 4, you know that number, the 12-week runway model, the cash floor, the financial visibility layer we built because I had already been to a high-risk lender once and I was not going back. That's what I determined. When the floor is hit, everything pays out. Every bonus Kelly earned, every bonus Ronnie earned, every combined payout that they generated together, all of it. That moment is going to be on camera when it happens. That is the episode that pays off this entire financial arc of this rebuild. Here is the last thing I want to say about this. Before the addendum was signed, the combined bonus was a verbal intention. After it was signed, it became a structure with specific thresholds, verified against real data, deferred to a specific financial milestone. Same idea, completely different reality. When your team knows the exact number they need to hit, when they can verify their own performance against data, when the payout is connected to a milestone, everyone can see the bonus stops being a promise and becomes a plan. Next week, I'm going to talk about what we did when production started dropping during the rebuild. Not the drift, that was episode 7. The sales philosophy, what we taught the team about how to approach a prospect when you're not chasing and you're not desperate and you're not dropping your standards just to write a policy. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Every episode builds on the last. Design your incentives so nobody wins alone. then watch what that does to your team.